What if I told you that one machine could do the work of 100 farmers? From driverless tractors to flying crop sprayers, the future of farming isn't just coming, it's already here. Today, we're counting down 10 incredible farming machines in the US that can literally replace an entire workforce. Some of these look like something out of science fiction, but they're very real, and they're transforming American agriculture as we know it. Number 1. John Deere X9 1000 Combine Harvesters. In the world of modern farming, few machines symbolize efficiency and raw power as clearly as the John Deere X9 1000 Combine Harvester. Released as part of Deere's next-generation harvesting line, the X9 was designed to meet the needs of mega farms in the US Midwest that handle thousands of acres of corn, soybeans, and wheat. Traditionally, harvesting grain required large crews of workers moving through fields with scythes, sickles, or even smaller tractors pulling pull-behind combines. That process was slow, labor-intensive, and heavily dependent on weather conditions. The X9 1000 has completely redefined this process. Equipped with a massive 13.6-liter engine pushing out over 630 horsepower, it can power through nearly 7,200 bushels per hour of corn or wheat. This means that what once required dozens, sometimes even hundreds of farmhands working long days with outdated equipment can now be accomplished by a single operator sitting in an air-conditioned cab. Deere designed this machine with a 14,800-liter grain tank and a 5.3 bushels per second unloading rate, which allows it to work continuously without frequent downtime for unloading. With cutting platforms spanning up to 50 feet wide, the X9 can clear more than 250 acres in a single day under optimal conditions, a task that would have taken a crew of 100 workers several days or even weeks. Its precision technology, auto-track guidance, yield monitoring, and predictive settings ensures that the operator makes the most efficient use of every pass, reducing wasted grain and fuel. At a cost of around $1 million, the X9 1000 is certainly not cheap, but large-scale operators often report quick returns on investment through labor savings, reduced fuel use, and minimized harvest losses. In many ways, the X9 1000 epitomizes the concept of one machine doing the work of 100 people, delivering scale and consistency that no manual crew could match. Number 2. Case IH Magnum Autonomous Tractor. When Case IH unveiled its Magnum autonomous tractor concept in 2016, it was immediately clear that farming was entering a new era. Unlike traditional tractors that require an operator in the cab, this machine was designed to be fully driverless, equipped with cameras, radar, and GPS guidance systems that allowed it to operate independently across vast fields. The idea was simple but groundbreaking. Instead of one farmer driving one tractor, a single operator could manage multiple autonomous Magnums at once using a tablet or computer. In terms of labor replacement, that's the equivalent of reducing what would normally require dozens of workers into one supervisory role. The Magnum autonomous tractor is built on the proven Magnum 370 CVT platform, known for its durability and high horsepower. But what makes it revolutionary is the absence of a cab. There's no steering wheel, no seat, just pure machinery designed for efficiency. The tractor can be pre-programmed with field routes and tasks like tillage, planting, or spraying. Using real-time data feeds and sensors, it can detect obstacles, adjust speed, and even stop automatically if something unexpected enters its path. This level of autonomy transforms how large-scale farms in the US handle seasonal workloads. During planting or harvesting seasons, when time is critical, an autonomous fleet can run 24/7, something human workers simply cannot sustain without rest. Critics initially argued that the machine was too advanced for most farmers, but Case IH made sure to allow flexibility. Farmers can run it fully autonomous, semi-autonomous, or even manually if needed. The estimated cost is in the hundreds of thousands, making it a major investment, but one that can pay for itself quickly by cutting labor expenses. Imagine a 10,000-acre corn farm in Iowa, normally requiring dozens of operators to keep tractors running day and night. With autonomous Magnums, a single person could oversee the entire operation, reducing payroll drastically while boosting productivity. This tractor is not just a machine, it's a glimpse into the future of farming, where robotics and automation truly replace the physical manpower of 100 farmers. Number 3. John Deere Autonomous Tractor. In 2022, John Deere stunned the farming world when it unveiled its first fully autonomous tractor based on the trusted 8R series platform. Unlike concept machines that rarely make it past prototypes, Deere's autonomous tractor was announced as commercially ready, signaling a major leap toward the future of agriculture. What sets this tractor apart is its ability to operate completely without a driver while maintaining the ruggedness and horsepower farmers already rely on. Equipped with 6 pairs of stereo cameras, advanced artificial intelligence, and GPS-based guidance, it can analyze its surroundings in milliseconds and make real-time decisions about navigation, obstacle avoidance, and task execution. Traditionally, a farmer would need to physically operate the tractor for hours on end during planting or tillage seasons, often putting in 12 to 16-hour days. With this autonomous system, however, a farmer can start the tractor with a smartphone app, monitor its progress remotely, and focus attention on other areas of the farm. Instead of one farmer behind the wheel of one tractor, the same farmer can oversee multiple autonomous units at once, effectively multiplying productivity. The result is that one operator can manage the workload equivalent to dozens, sometimes even 100 farmhands working with smaller, outdated machinery. The Deere autonomous tractor is designed primarily for tillage and soil preparation, but the company plans to expand its functionality into planting and spraying. Its precision is extraordinary. It drives within less than an inch of accuracy, ensuring uniformity that human operators, even skilled ones, can rarely match. This reduces wasted seed, fuel, and soil compaction, which translates to higher yields and long-term sustainability. Number 4. Fendt Ideal 10T Combine Harvester. When it comes to futuristic farm machines that can replace an entire workforce, the Fendt Ideal 10T stands in a league of its own. Developed by AGCO, this massive combine harvester is one of the most advanced grain harvesting machines in the US today. Traditionally, harvesting thousands of acres of wheat, corn, or soybeans required large crews of operators, trucks, and smaller machines working in sync. But the Ideal 10T condenses all that labor into one high-tech powerhouse. The Ideal 10T is powered by a monstrous 790 horsepower MN engine, making it one of the most powerful combines in the world. Its massive dual-helix threshing and separation system allows it to process enormous volumes of grain at lightning speed, clearing fields in a fraction of the time it would take with conventional machines. With a grain tank capacity of 17,100 liters and an unloading rate of up to 210 liters per second, the 10T can run almost non-stop, drastically reducing downtime. What makes it truly revolutionary is its autonomous features. Equipped with Ideal Drive, the combine doesn't even use a steering wheel. The operator controls it with a joystick system or can allow semi-autonomous guidance to handle navigation. Its smart sensors constantly analyze crop flow, adjusting settings in real time to maximize efficiency and minimize losses. In practice, this means it's not just a machine, it's a self-optimizing harvester. From a labor perspective, one Ideal 10T can cover hundreds of acres in a single day. Work that would normally require crews of dozens or even 100 workers using outdated harvesting tools. It's especially popular on mega farms in the Midwest, where timing and efficiency make or break profitability. At a price tag that rivals the John Deere X9, it's a serious investment. But farmers report that its speed, intelligence, and labor replacement more than justify the cost. Number 5. Gus Orchard Sprayer. Orchard farming. Whether it's citrus groves in California, apple orchards in Washington, or pecan farms in Texas, has always been incredibly labor-intensive when it comes to spraying. Traditionally, this job required fleets of tractors and sprayers driven by skilled workers, often at night when wind and temperature conditions were optimal. But with labor increasingly scarce and wages rising, keeping orchards sprayed consistently has become a major challenge. That's where the Gus Global Unmanned Spray System autonomous sprayer comes in, revolutionizing orchard operations by replacing entire crews with a fleet of driverless machines. Developed in California, the Gus sprayer is specifically engineered for orchards and vineyards. It operates autonomously, navigating rows with the help of GPS, LiDAR sensors, and radar systems. These technologies allow the machine to detect obstacles, stay precisely aligned with crop rows, and adjust its spraying in real time. Unlike a traditional sprayer that relies on human reflexes and judgment, GUS can deliver consistent, accurate coverage across hundreds of acres without fatigue or human error. In fact, a single operator can monitor a fleet of up to 8 GUS sprayers at once using a tablet or computer, effectively multiplying productivity while slashing labor needs. One of the biggest advantages of GUS is safety. Spraying often exposes workers to pesticides and chemicals, posing health risks over time. With GUS, no one needs to be inside the orchard during application. This reduces exposure risks while ensuring compliance with increasingly strict safety regulations. Additionally, GUS adjusts spray rates based on tree size and canopy density, reducing waste and saving money on chemicals. In terms of impact, a single GUS unit can cover hundreds of acres in a day, performing the work that would typically require dozens of tractor drivers. On large-scale orchards, this easily equates to the equivalent labor of 100 workers across a spraying season. Although the price tag can exceed $300,000 per unit, growers report that reduced labor costs and improved spraying efficiency allow the machine to pay for itself in just a few seasons. Number 6. John Deere See & Spray Ultimate. One of the most transformative innovations in modern farming is the ability to apply crop protection products with precision instead of blanket spraying. Traditionally, farmers had to spray entire fields with herbicides, pesticides, or fertilizers, regardless of whether certain areas needed treatment or not. This approach not only wasted chemicals but also required massive labor, fuel, and time. Enter the John Deere See & Spray Ultimate, a machine designed to combine artificial intelligence with spraying technology, drastically cutting down on chemical use and replacing entire crews of manual sprayers. The See & Spray Ultimate system is built into Deere's latest sprayers and uses an array of cameras, sensors, and machine learning algorithms to differentiate weeds from crops in real time. Mounted on 120-foot carbon fiber booms are cameras capable of capturing thousands of images per second, feeding them into onboard processors that decide whether to spray or not, all in milliseconds. The precision is extraordinary. The machine can target individual weeds while leaving healthy crops untouched, something impossible for human labor at scale. Traditionally, farms battling weeds would hire large crews to spot spray fields manually or apply herbicides uniformly across thousands of acres. With See & Spray, one operator driving a single machine can achieve what once required dozens if not hundreds of workers walking rows with backpack sprayers or driving multiple tractors. Deere reports that See & Spray can reduce herbicide use by up to 77%, lowering costs dramatically while also helping farmers meet sustainability goals. The system is especially popular in U.S. soybean, corn, and cotton farms, where weeds can devastate yields if not controlled quickly. Because See & Spray operates at normal spraying speeds up to 12 miles per hour, it doesn't sacrifice productivity for precision. In fact, a single pass across hundreds of acres can replace weeks of manual labor. The cost of See & Spray-equipped sprayers can run into several $100,000. But for large-scale farms, the return on investment is fast thanks to reduced labor costs and chemical savings. Beyond economics, this machine represents a new farming philosophy, one where AI doesn't just assist farmers but directly replaces tasks that once required armies of workers. For many growers, it's the perfect example of a machine that can replace 100 farmers' worth of labor in a single season. Number 7. Claas Jaguar 99T Forage Harvesters. When it comes to livestock farming, harvesting forage crops like corn, silage, alfalfa, and grass is one of the most labor-demanding operations on the farm. Traditionally, entire crews of workers with tractors, wagons, and smaller choppers were required to cut, collect, and transport forage to silos or bunkers. That all changed with the arrival of the Claas Jaguar 990 forage harvester, one of the most powerful and efficient forage machines ever built. This German-engineered giant has become a common sight on large U.S. dairy and beef operations where scale and efficiency determine profitability. The Jaguar 990 is powered by a massive 925 horsepower MAN V12 engine, giving it enough muscle to devour entire fields of corn at staggering speeds. Equipped with Claas's premium headers, such as the Orbis 900 with a 30-foot working width, the machine can process over 400 tons of forage per hour under optimal conditions. That's the equivalent of dozens of smaller machines or even hundreds of farmhands with manual tools trying to cut and collect crops. Its throughput is so immense that it can fill silage wagons continuously, ensuring that massive livestock operations never run short on feed. What makes the Jaguar particularly advanced is its precision chopping system. Farmers can adjust chop length on the fly, tailoring feed to the exact nutritional needs of their herds. It also integrates real-time yield monitoring, dry matter sensors, and automatic kernel processing, ensuring that feed quality is optimized with minimal waste. For dairy farms aiming to maximize milk production, this consistency is invaluable. From a labor perspective, the Jaguar consolidates tasks that once required an army of workers into a single machine operated by one person. Large farms that once needed 50 to 100 laborers to handle forage harvests can now rely on a few operators and trucks supporting one Jaguar harvester. While the cost is steep, often exceeding $700,000, the payoff is rapid for large-scale livestock farms that rely on consistent high-quality feed. Number 8. Monarch MKV Electric Autonomous Tractor. The Monarch MKV represents a new era in farming machinery, one that combines sustainability with autonomy. While most high-powered tractors are massive, diesel-hungry beasts designed for large grain farms, the MKV is a compact, fully electric and semi-autonomous tractor built for specialty crop operations like vineyards, orchards, and vegetable farms. Introduced by Monarch Tractor, a California-based startup, it has already begun turning heads across the U.S. because of its potential to replace dozens of laborers while cutting emissions to zero. At first glance, the MKV looks like a traditional small tractor, but what sets it apart is its intelligence. Equipped with 360-degree cameras, LiDAR, and AI-based navigation, it can perform field tasks autonomously or follow operators in a shadow mode. Farmers can program it to mow, spray, transport bins, or even tow implements without needing anyone in the cab. Instead of several workers driving smaller tractors row by row in orchards or vineyards, a fleet of MKVs can handle the job under the supervision of a single operator, effectively reducing crews of 50 to 100 workers to just a handful of supervisors. Its electric drivetrain provides up to 10 hours of operation on a single charge, with swappable battery packs to ensure continuous work. This not only slashes fuel costs, but also eliminates the noise and emissions of diesel engines, an increasingly important factor in states like California, where air quality and sustainability regulations are tightening. On top of that, the MKV doubles as a data hub. Its cameras and sensors collect valuable crop data while performing fieldwork, giving farmers real-time insights into plant health, growth, and pest issues. From an economic standpoint, the Monarch MKV is priced lower than most large tractors, around $80,000, making it accessible for small and medium-sized farms. For operations where labor shortages are critical, like vineyards that once relied heavily on seasonal workers, the MKV is a game-changer. Instead of scrambling to find workers, farmers can deploy multiple electric tractors to handle repetitive tasks day and night. The Monarch MKV may not have the size or horsepower of giants like the John Deere X9, but in specialty farming, it delivers exactly what's needed: autonomy, efficiency, and sustainability. By reducing the need for large crews and replacing the work of dozens if not 100 workers across a season, it's helping redefine what modern farming looks like in America's orchards and vineyards. Number 9. Claas IH Trident 5550 Autonomous Spreader. Nutrient application, whether it's fertilizer or crop protection products, has always been one of the most time-sensitive and labor-intensive jobs in farming. Traditionally, farms required fleets of tractors, spreaders, and skilled operators to cover thousands of acres in short windows between planting and harvest. The Claas IH Trident 5550 autonomous spreader is designed to eliminate much of that strain by combining high-capacity application equipment with autonomous technology, enabling a single operator to oversee multiple machines instead of commanding a large crew. The Trident 5550 is already impressive as a standard spreader. It's built on a 390 horsepower chassis, capable of carrying a 20-ton dry fertilizer box or a 1,400-gallon liquid tank. Its sheer size and efficiency allow it to treat hundreds of acres in a single day, even in challenging field conditions. But when paired with Raven Autonomy Technology, a division owned by CNH Industrial, parent of Case IH, it becomes a fully driverless machine. With GPS guidance, radar, and vision systems, the Trident 5550 can navigate fields independently, adjust spreading rates based on field maps, and avoid obstacles without any human intervention. The impact on labor needs is enormous. Normally, large-scale farms would need dozens of spreader operators working around the clock during nutrient application seasons. With autonomous Trident units, however, one person can supervise an entire fleet from a mobile device or control center. The machines don't tire, don't make mistakes from fatigue, and can operate 24/7, ensuring critical nutrients are applied at exactly the right time for crop growth. One of the standout features of the Trident 5550 is variable rate application, which uses precision agriculture data to apply just the right amount of fertilizer where it's needed. This not only saves money, but also prevents over-application, reducing environmental impacts. Combined with autonomy, it transforms nutrient management from a labor-heavy task into a data-driven, machine-executed process. The cost is significant, well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for U.S. farms managing 10,000 acres or more, the return on investment is clear. By replacing the equivalent labor of 50 to 100 workers across the season, the Trident 5550 autonomous spreader demonstrates how smart machinery is reshaping agriculture. It's not just about efficiency, it's about giving farmers a reliable workforce in a world where human labor is harder and harder to find. Number 10. DJI Agricultural Drones. While tractors and harvesters dominate the fields, the skies above farms are quickly becoming just as important. The DJI Agras series of agricultural drones, particularly the T40 and T30 models, have revolutionized how American farmers approach spraying, seeding, and crop monitoring. Traditionally, applying pesticides, herbicides, or foliar fertilizers required large crews operating ground rigs or even expensive manned crop dusting airplanes. Both methods were costly, labor-intensive, and often imprecise. DJI's agricultural drones replace those crews by offering a fully automated aerial solution that can cover vast areas quickly and with pinpoint accuracy. The Agras T40, one of DJI's most advanced models, carries up to 40 liters of liquid or 50 kilograms of solid fertilizer seed. With its high-pressure nozzles and precision spraying system, it can cover up to 100 acres per day, depending on terrain and crop type. For seeding and fertilizing, it can handle rough ground where tractors struggle, such as steep slopes or muddy fields. Equipped with radar, LiDAR, and obstacle avoidance sensors, the drone can fly at low altitude safely while maintaining a consistent spray or spread pattern. Farmers can pre-program flight paths using a smartphone or tablet, meaning a single operator can control multiple drones at once. In terms of labor replacement, these drones are a game changer. What once required 20-50 workers with backpack sprayers walking through fields or expensive aerial pilots can now be done by a handful of drones and a single supervisor. Not only does this reduce costs, but it also improves worker safety by eliminating exposure to chemicals. In regions like California, where labor is scarce and regulations are strict, drones provide a legal, scalable, and efficient alternative. The return on investment is surprisingly fast. While a DJI Agras drone costs between $20,000, farms quickly save money by reducing manual labor and cutting down on chemical use thanks to precision targeting. For smaller specialty farms, drones may not replace heavy machinery, but for medium and large farms, they allow one person to replace what was previously the work of dozens or even 100 farmhands. So there you have it. 10 farming machines that prove the future of agriculture is more about technology than manpower. Which one of these machines impressed you the most? And do you think automation will solve farming's labor shortages or create new challenges? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of farming machines. Until next time, keep growing smarter, not harder.